I don't either.
You, well, sure. So because I know for a fact that you have, at the barest minimum, only skimmed my documentation, I'm going to remind you that silverfish now drop iron nuggets.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go find a silverfish spawner and turn it into a farm.
I've got obsidian for portal. Set up another portal thing.
See, look at this. The man's already paying for himself.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
I've got 9 wheels of cheese. They're dead.
Nice. They get burned by lava. Lit.
Waiting.
We can one of these bad boys. Fuck that. To block that
You know, the
off.
sad part is I had another one of those. You didn't have to make
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Look at
Doesn't
this.
look bad. Yeah.
This is what we call in the business one good bug killing room, which we don't get a
Hell.
chance to call many things that, but when we do, it's a red letter day.
This is nice.
Yeah. Now, of course, you can't see some of the silverfish through the saw blade, but that's, you know.
That's the point, dude. Because they're getting chopped up.
Yeah.
Dude, they're shooting up, dude. That looks cool.
That one doesn't want to, but he'll get there eventually. Another silverfish will come and push him through.
Is there anything they're attracted to?
I don't think so.
Maybe a
Other
stone
than
block?
stone, but I don't think they intentionally seek out stone.
I was thinking if we put a stone block up there.
Yeah,
To
they try to
attract
go
them.
for it. Let me check the wiki, actually.
If that's the case, that would make this thing way more efficient.
I've got the monopoly on silverfish down here.
Let's remove all the blocks.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 silverfish.
Just remove all the blocks.
That's easier said than done, Dewey.
Do you see how many silverfish I'm looking at here? Don't
Oh God. Oh God.
yeah.
This really is bringing back some bad memories. And you know what the worst part of this bringing back bad memories is? Is that now
throw
I
it
gotta
over.
go in and I gotta find the exact moment that we did this in the Kaizo Caverns and splice it back into the footage.
Throw it over.
Do you know what you sounded like back when we first did Kaizo Caverns? You sounded
probably not
like
good.
Dewey does now. Come on.
Okay, I have nothing to do right now. I don't even know what I'm doing in the
You
game.
can come over here and kill some silverfish.
Or be killed by some silverfish.
No, I'll pass.
Yeah, that silverfish farm broke like a week after we made it. It wasn't anything we did, it's just that Minecraft 1.14.3 just completely broke silverfish spawners. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but it's a legitimate problem and it won't go away and it makes me sad. So, you know, there's a bug report on the bug tracker. Go vote for it so that I can become more popular on the Minecraft bug submitting forum community, because that's a thing. Now, if you're anything like everyone else that I'm surrounded by, basically, you're probably thinking to yourself, Kirven Avion, my good friend, Kirven Master of Drithranas and Xavier Arceus Avion II, Emperor of Arvacan and Verityr of the Archean Legion. What is going on in this world? Why is there a strange witch's cauldron on the floor? Why is there a llama in a boat? That's perfectly normal. Why are you growing chili peppers? How long have those been in the game? They're not. Why do you have radios? And hello, Casey. And why is Macho Man Randy Savage on that wall? And why is there a penguin? I don't even know why there's a penguin. I didn't think that was something that I added, but apparently it was. Why are there signs? Why are there scaffolding? Scaffolding's in the game. That's a normal thing. That wasn't me. You should know about this. Well, let me answer that question with a question. Have you been living under a rock? The answer is probably yes. Here's what happened. Minecraft 1.4.2. It's a great version. I remember it fondly. They added a little thing called a command block. Apparently everyone was scared of it because nobody has really done much with command blocks since. I've seen like 3 maps use it well, and you know, that's about it. And you know, they were okay. I don't know where I'm going. I was doing the walk and talk so the video wouldn't be boring and monotonous of me just staring at my boxes, but I'm about to go get killed by a skeleton, so I should turn around. So 1.4.2 adds this neat little thing called the command block. Commands are pretty limited at the time. I'm going to be honest, they kind of suck. But they got better over time. I think 1.8 was when they really started to hit their stride. And then a little version called 1.12 rolled along, and they added a little thing called a function, which was a little text document you could put in your world save, and you could write commands into it as you would with a command block, and then just do function, whatever, yada yada yada. I'm not going to run that because the last time I ran a function outside of a command block, it killed me. That was technically my fault, but what can you do? And it would just run the commands that were in the function automatically, like having several hundred command blocks stacked into one. And of course, long story short, everyone loves functions. But then Mojang AB, they thought to themselves, okay, functions are good, but what if they were better? 1.13 rolls around and they add this nifty little way where, you know, running a function's great, right? You can do it, you put it in, you type function whatever, and it works. But then they thought, what if you didn't even need to type it in? What if you could just say to your video game, hey, run this function 20 times a second forever? And then you could just go into a little data pack, which is kind of like a resource pack, but for data, which is, you know, why they call it that. And then you put it in there and it works. It's very nifty. Pretty much no setup. You put it in the world. You can add functions. You can add loot tables. Like, for example, where's something that would have a loot table that I would have... Well, those silverfish are one. These pineapple seeds work based on loot tables. That, you know, you shouldn't technically be able to place them like that, but it's details. You can add custom structures. I think I screwed around with some of the structures in the world. We haven't found any yet that I've specifically screwed around with, but they're there, rest assured. You can add, I don't, that might be it. I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting. Tags. So like when I look at this, you see it in the right side. It says hashtag Minecraft wooden slabs. That's a tag. It doesn't really matter if you're not working with command blocks, but rest assured that they're there. Okay, I have like 7 different kinds of pineapple seeds, and none of them stack. I'm gonna have to look at that because that's a bug. So to cut a long story short, you put the function in the data pack, and it runs these commands 20 times a second. Now, I coupled this with a resource pack, which is why we get, you know, the works of Salvador Dali, or, of course, the inimitable face of Macho Man Randy Savage there, or that penguin. Honestly, I don't even think I made that penguin. It just showed up. Like, that's not something I did. I'm as confused as all of you are. You combine that with a resource pack, you put in a lot of functions so that it's like, oh, if I go in here and I put in materials that I don't have, I put in 2 wood planks, and it makes one of these chairs over here. And you can pretty much mutilate the game until such a point that it is no longer recognizable as vanilla Minecraft. And nobody has to install any mods. I did a wild hand gesture there that looked excited, but you couldn't see it because you're just looking at a video game representation of myself in the most abstract sense. Regardless, I was very excited. So it's never been easier. Sure, it takes people like 5 minutes to download the resource pack every time they log in, because even though I've offered to send them a link to the resource pack so that they don't have to install anything, they never download it. That's not my problem. I lost my train of thought, but you get the point. It's not a mod. Nothing here is modded. It's not vanilla, you know, but it's not like a camera trick, you know. This is taking a really long time. This is going to be really cool when this finishes. I'm very proud of how this works. This, like, making a GUI, if you mouse over these, you can kind of see how I did it, but it's surprisingly difficult. But I managed to make it work, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very smug about it. So, you know, I think it's pretty neat, is the gist. That's where the story was going, was that I'm a genius, and I'm going to live forever. But, you know, you get the point. And, you know, it's better if I just show you. Check this out. What's a good song? This is a good song. I flip that lever, Stall starts playing. It's great. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of my own work. I don't know if you can tell. I'm very proud of myself. Look at this. I go over here, I got chili peppers. Look at that, I just made some chili seeds. If I go out over here, all the way over here, this takes a while. You'll have to pardon me. Anytime now. Okay. There's Mr. Tibbs. And a little sign. I made that sign all by myself. I'm very proud of myself. I know I've said that a few times, but really, this is a crowning achievement in my career. I've done, you know, I've done a lot of things in my career that are easy to be proud of, but I'm not going to disclose them because that's too many clues as to my actual identity. Award-winning filmmaker, but I will not tell you for what and which award. That's just between you and me. If I go over here, I got this little trapdoor. I got these little fishing nets, and you just you just leave them on, and they fish for you. And then you go down in here, and look at that. I got some nautilus shells, and some old boots, and a lily pad, and a tripwire hook, and a bunch of fish. Like seriously, I have so much fish. Like, you want to see my fish room? Let me show you my fish room. Okay, let's keep this between you and me. Dewey doesn't know about my fish room. He knows it exists, but he's never found it, and it's really sad trying to watch him find it. Like really sad. It's like, is this your fish room? No. Oh, is this your fish room? And no, he's trying to break into Casey's house. I'm not going to show you where Casey's house is. It's in that general direction, but that's between me and Casey. He's like, hey, if I log on my alt, can you put it in spectator mode? Because I want to film a time lapse. And we both know he's just going to clip into the wall and try and break into my fish room. It's really sad. Dewey, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't because you're an uncultured heathen, you need to get good at Minecraft. Here's my fish room. Let me see here. Yeah, put some of those in there. He also doesn't know what a sea circle is. This is a sea circle. This right here. This thing is a sea circle. We good? Okay. Glad we established that. Look at how much fish I have. I have too much fish. This is becoming a legitimate problem. This is the third time I've had to expand this storage room to accommodate all of these fish. These used to be single chests. Also, the leather boots are taking up a lot of space. Like, I'm really about to run out of space for these boots. And these saddles. The saddles were the big one. That was the proverbial saddle that broke the camel's back, if you will. Now, I'm sure some of you are probably thinking to yourself, now, Kirven Mouthed Drithron's and Xavier Arceus Avion II, Emperor of Arvacan, Veritier of the Archean Legion, heir to the Malachine Empire, all these other things. What do you do with all this fish? Well, sometimes I like to go and I like to go over and sell it to those villagers that you very, very briefly saw for about 30 seconds when I was doing my intro last time. But other times I like to come up here and I like to just throw them on these campfires. And as much as I would like to take credit for adding these campfires to the game, they're in vanilla now. I was actually working on something like this, and then they added them, and so I didn't finish making it. But I have no way of proving that, so you know, this conversation's largely irrelevant. This little setup right here smelt like 30. Well, I mean, I just put 32 items on there, so it smells 32 items at once, which is, all things considered, pretty good. It does take a little while sometimes, but you know, it's quicker than using a furnace and it doesn't require any fuel, which is nice. And then it just pops right off, and it pops onto the these things, the solar panel, daylight detectors, and it just goes in this hopper. And now I have fish. And you know, if I'm in my house, and that's a lot of fish. If I'm in my house and I don't want to be listening to this, I just hit the button. That was odd. Why didn't these work? Ow. This is very painful. Ow! Wait a minute. It's because I broke it. That's why they don't work. Yeah, that's how you get in that room. It's very secretive. It's Dewey doesn't know about it, and I find that amusing. It's like right here. You just go up here. There's a button. Boom. Look at that. All right, is that right? Yes. All right, and put. Oh man, I need stone. There we go. Okay. Nope, there's one missing. There we go. I just hit this button. Now they're all out. Okay. And then they all go out. And then if I want to turn it back on, I just walk back in here. I hit it with the old didgeridoo. Sometimes I can do this, and that'll light them. But I don't always do that because this bow doesn't have mending on it because they made mending and infinity mutually exclusive, and it sucks.
This guy's slippery.
He is.
Come on. Go. Come on.
Close the gate.
He's done.
All right. Now if you can grab the one over by the fishing hut.
Huh?
Over there. There's a villager over there. That way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And cart these guys off to Kabukatraz.
He's gonna wish they was never born.
He's gonna wish that he was born into a better business.
That's right.
Alright, Mr. Librarian. You know, we have enough name tags that we could probably give these guys, like, numbers. Prisoner 40678, you know. Alright, now we strongly encourage you to go in this door. We need to put, like, a bell in here so that we can ring the bell and they'll go running into this water stream.
Will that work?
I have no idea. They seem to like taking damage when they get out of the,
Indeed.
You know what? I think he's still trying to go home.
Yeah, I can't trade with him.
No, it's because he's in the water.
Oh,
It's also possibly because he's too far away from his workstation, but who knows?
I think that is why I still can't do it.
In there. Got one. Alright, Hoser. You're going to the slammer. You're going to the slammer. Yeah, there we go. Oh god, they're going in the storage room.
Uh-oh. Oh. No. Whew.
Got it.
Okay.
Alright, I need some of them iron bars. We got them. We got them here. He almost just walked into a cell.
Yeah,
Come
pick
on.
your room, buddy. Pick a room.
Yeah.
Oh, right next to his buddy. Okay. Good.
Alright, problem solved. Alright, let's see here. Is this a... Yeah, it's a D10. 7.
Okay.
9. 1.
Wow.
8. 0.
All right.
What do you think his name is? So we've got Stanley Ryer in for grand larceny, and Thomas Gangsta Ice Norton for aiding and abetting. Are you okay?
That's pretty good. Alright, let's see where I am.
Let's see where you are. I don't see you.
Really?
Yep. Let me get Winston. He can see you.
Yes.
Oh, you're in the hopper.
So that's not gonna work.
Well, the good news is it's easier for me to reach you. The bad news is I don't know what I'm going to do when I get there.
Okay.
Move.
Right.
Move!
I can't move. Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
There's a bubble column you're supposed to get in, but okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we have quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd say.
Alright, here's hoping this works. Yeah, alright, there we go. Haha! I made hats invisible. It only works on hats, but it's doable. And I'm impressed with how I managed to do it. It's an invisible player head, is what it is. But it has the same armor value. It's great. Alright, so Zakticon ditched me. I gotta build this house by myself. So, here's what I've been thinking. Okay, we got these logs. And I kind of like these logs, and I feel like I want to use these logs. Don't get me wrong, here's what I don't like. I don't like that the top, you can't really see it underwater, but the top and the sides are a different color. That bothers me. But I think I can live with it. Now what I want to do is I want to put this in the reef, but not enough that I have to move the reef. So probably like here. And I gotta go into my screenshots and find. So what I've done here, so I've got sort of a, people use the word modern to describe this, and I think that that's a stupid word because it already means something else. And I think applying it to a style of architecture is just going to make it sound silly in like 20 or 30 years when it's not the modern style anymore. Yeah, so I probably just chopped out a lot of that footage because I was mostly smack talking people with gravity and probably still am. So if the footage blips at any point, that's because I'm smack talking people. I'm very good at it. I just want you to know. There have been maybe 3 conversations I've ever had with Dewey that did not at some point contain a strike against his character. He just leaves himself wide open for it most of the time. It's hilarious. But to cut a long story short, I diverted for a really long time there talking about genetic engineering and the Fast and the Furious and Ant-Man, and I'm just going to chop all of that out. It was an entertaining conversation to have with myself, certainly, but perhaps not one conducive to a shorter video runtime. But the gist of it is that I don't want to call this a modern style house because A, I think that sounds stupid, and B, it's not really modern because it looks like it is from some it looks like it's from some alternate history novel set in feudal Japan, but it's like feudal Japan where they discovered electricity in the 13th century. You know the one. I mean, we've all read a book like that, I'm sure. Right, so this needs to go up to here. I should have brought like ladders or something with me. That was probably my fault that I did not do that. But at least I have a bunch of dark oak planks that I'm never going to use because I made them accidentally. Make a ladder. Thank you. Yeah, server's lagging a little bit because there's like 3 people on, and there's something wrong with my Datapack where it lags more the more people log on, and I think that's something I can fix, but I'm not gonna because that would require me making another patch to the Datapack. It takes a lot of effort. Alright. I screwed that up. It's gone. Where are you going? Thank you. So, the phrase that I used to describe this in the chunk of footage that I cut out was something along the lines of, if Frank Lloyd Wright went to Japan one day, got super drunk, and decided that he too wanted to build pagodas. Granted, it probably looks nothing like any of Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture, mostly because it's not, the roof is not leaking and there's no waterfall out the front door, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe, I mean, it has some cues half taken from the Solomon Guggenheim Museum, maybe, which is totally not just because I'm copying the Lego model of the Solomon Guggenheim Museum I have sitting on my desk. Mostly because I can only see the back of it from where I should really rearrange my desk. This is not good. What was I getting? Why did I swim over here? I was looking for a bed, and I don't have one. So I guess I'm building in the dark. Do I have torches? Of course I don't have torches. What about those lanterns I picked up? Nope. I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do. There's a phrase that they have where I'm from, and probably where you are from as well, that goes something along the lines of, if it is stupid and it works, then it is not stupid. I am about to demonstrate a scenario in which you would use that particular phrase. Let there be light. It's taking a really long time to not be nighttime. I can't be the... I'm very upset, both with myself and the environment that allowed this to happen to me. You know, normally, if you fell off of a building into a body of water, you'd probably be grateful. But normally, you're not the one working on the building at the time, then has to go back up another ladder. My life, as I have said many times in the past, is a very delicate balance that has been overturned too many times in the... My life, as I have no doubt said in the past, is a very delicate balance of cause and effect that has been overturned no fewer than 11 times in the last month. Is that right? Almost. That's right. And it's not so much the falling off the building that I don't like. It's the fact that I sink a little bit every time I do it, so I gotta swim back up. It's very... I don't like it. It bothers me. Conceptually. And I'm out of supplies. Let's just see how this looks. Let's see how this looks from over here. Without the whole set piece. Do I have a boat? I do have a boat. Yeah, that's coming along. There's supposed to be black concrete in the middle there. And the roof isn't in, but, you know, it's getting there.
It makes you feel cozy, like you're totally not in a country that's like about suicide and honor and shit.
Yeah.